Samsung didn't announce this loudly. There was no dramatic keynote moment, no viral teaser clip, and no single spec that instantly broke the internet. But the Galaxy S26 Ultra quietly introduces a set of changes that don't feel dangerous today, yet could completely redefine how much control you actually have over your phone in the years ahead. If you enjoy digging beneath the surface of tech launches, finding the hidden decisions, the quiet trade-offs, and the long-term consequences brands never spell out, drop a like, share this with someone who overthinks smartphones just as much as you do, and subscribe because this channel exists to connect the dots that most coverage skips. At first glance, the Galaxy S26 Ultra looks familiar. A faster chip, refined cameras, more AI features layered on top of an already powerful device. Nothing here screams revolution. And that's exactly the point. Samsung isn't trying to shock you with this phone. It's trying to make certain changes feel normal before you even realize you've accepted them. The biggest example of that is the AI privacy display. Most people heard about it and assumed it was just another ultra-exclusive trick, something futuristic, something premium. But buried inside One UI 8.5 is the detail that actually matters. Samsung isn't treating this as a niche feature. It's being designed to scale across the entire S26 lineup. That alone tells us this isn't about luxury. It's about conditioning. Once a company prepares a feature to work everywhere, it means they expect users to rely on it. And once users rely on it, it stops being optional. Today, the privacy display blocks side-angle viewing. Tomorrow, it becomes context-aware. Your phone already knows what app you're in, what kind of content you're looking at, your location, and whether you're alone or surrounded by people. Combine that with AI decision-making, and suddenly privacy isn't something you choose. It's something your phone manages for you. That sounds convenient, and it is, but it also quietly shifts agency away from the user. Instead of asking, "Do you want privacy right now?" the phone starts answering that question on your behalf. And once that happens, you don't just lose control, you forget you ever had it. Now let's talk about the camera, because this is where Samsung's strategy becomes even clearer. On paper, 24-megapixel default photos don't sound revolutionary. But the key detail isn't resolution, it's processing speed. Samsung has significantly reduced how long it takes to process these images, which allows them to push much heavier computational photography behind the scenes. More frames combined, more AI reconstruction, more noise correction, more sharpening. The photo you see is less about what the sensor captured and more about what the algorithm believes you want to see. And because it happens faster, you don't question it. There's no waiting, no visual reminder that processing is happening. The illusion feels seamless. This is Samsung moving photography further away from documentation and closer to interpretation. RAW still exists, but it's slowly being pushed to the sidelines, reserved for enthusiasts. For everyone else, photography becomes a polished, AI-enhanced version of reality. And once users get used to that level of perfection, natural imperfections start feeling wrong. Video reveals an even bigger shift. New codecs, uncompressed pipelines, improved noise reduction. This isn't just about better footage for creators. It's about preparing smartphones to be high-quality data capture devices. Phones that don't just record video, but optimize it for AI analysis, automated editing, and future cloud workflows. When your phone captures cleaner, richer video data, it becomes easier for software to reshape it later, stabilize it more aggressively, adjust lighting automatically, even reinterpret scenes based on context. The phone doesn't just capture moments anymore. It prepares them for transformation. Performance upgrades tell the same story. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 for Galaxy being overclocked isn't about winning benchmarks. It's about sustained performance for AI processes running constantly in the background. Features you don't open, tasks you don't notice, decisions being made without your input. And the return of a genuinely competitive Exynos chip matters far more than most people realize. When Samsung has two strong processors, it gains leverage. It can experiment regionally. It can roll out features unevenly. It can test limits quietly without making global promises. From a business perspective, that's powerful. From a user perspective, it introduces inconsistency and uncertainty about what your phone is truly capable of compared to someone else's. What makes the Galaxy S26 Ultra especially interesting is what Samsung is deliberately holding back. Early leaks about the Galaxy S27 Ultra suggest major camera hardware upgrades are coming, but not yet. That tells us the S26 Ultra isn't meant to be the leap. It's the adjustment period. The phone that slowly changes habits, expectations, and trust so the next generation can push much further without resistance. That's why this phone feels so calm. No radical redesign. No single feature dominating headlines. Just a series of subtle shifts that quietly redefine what a flagship phone is supposed to do. And more importantly, who it's supposed to serve. Samsung isn't just selling you hardware anymore. It's selling you a system that makes decisions for you, improves things automatically, and gradually removes friction, even if that friction was where your control used to live. So the real question isn't whether the Galaxy S26 Ultra is powerful enough. It clearly is. The real question is whether these quiet changes are preparing us for a future where phones feel smarter, smoother, and more helpful, but also less personal. Which of these shifts excites you the most? And which one makes you pause for a second longer than you expected? Drop your thoughts below, because this story doesn't end with the S26 Ultra. It's only setting the tone for what comes next.